Mayor David Cohen, I'd like to start with your override announcement last week with the aldermen.
Yes.
And I was concerned that an override of $23.9 million would result in a median tax bill going up to $800 or somewhere above $800 according to your assessor's department.
I'll look at that and have a figure for you.
Okay, that was information provided to me also by Jeremy Solomon.
Okay.
I was wondering, do you think that residents can afford an override of this amount?
Well, I think that this is a very important point in our city. In fact, this override is about what kind of city we want. With rising costs in several of our budget buster categories, such as health insurance, pensions, and energy costs, we are facing what many municipalities are facing, and that is severe cuts in the level of services that people in this city have grown accustomed to, and I believe have a right to expect. So I believe that this override is justified and important and will lead to an improvement in the quality of life of the citizens of this city.
With according to your docket item, you'd have about $7.9 million left over to fund an override, to fund next year's budget and the increases to next year's budget. Do you think that's enough to prevent an override next year?
Yeah, the purpose of this funding system is to make sure that we have financial stability for 2 years. Overrides require an enormous amount of energy on the part of everyone, and I firmly believe that in order to provide that degree of stability so that we have at least 2 years of stability and know that we will be maintaining that high level of services is very important.
In regards to the MSBA announcement that the money used, the grant provided by the MSBA can also be applied to another solution determined on what the MSBA agrees with. What are you doing with this information?
Well, I am letting everybody know about it. And from my point of view, the letter makes clearer what their position is, although they do say that, and have said that under the right circumstances it might be eligible for it might be available for other projects. From my point of view, I think that the costs and the risks of stopping this project and trying to come up in a very short period of time another project, the risks of that course of action far outweigh any gains. I believe that if we stop this project and look at alternatives that have already been considered, we will wind up with a product that is not nearly as good at a cost which is at least as much as what we're facing now. So I believe that this project has the approval of the Board of Aldermen, the school committee. It received the approval of the Board of Aldermen, the school committee, the design review committee, and the voters. And it was the product of literally years of planning and discussion and work. And to try to change course at this time, I believe, will only delay the project by years, add to its cost, and reduce its quality.
Okay. What are you doing with the information that the MSBA provided?
It's public information.
Are you taking any follow-up steps to it?
In terms of what?
In terms of, are you meeting with constituents to discuss this opportunity?
Oh, well, I have been meeting with constituents to talk about the importance of moving forward with Newton North and of the dangers and concerns that arise from trying to bring this project to a halt at a point which is so critical to its success.
It seems that this is not an option for you to turn back and to do a different solution.
Well, as I said, from my point of view, the risks of changing this project, both in terms of finances and in terms of the educational quality in this city, far outweigh anything that might be gained. The project is a sound one, and I believe should go forward.
Great. Last question. I asked this of you a few weeks ago, but have you yet had a conversation with Cahill about state assistance for Newton North? Again,
in terms of state assistance for Newton North, what they're talking about is, you're talking about value engineering?
Or any help in...
You mean like money?
No,
Oh.
not in terms of money, but I guess help in seeing Newton North, a Newton North project to fruition, whether that be the one that's proposed right now.
Well, whatever aid they can give us in seeing the present project through to fruition, I'm very grateful for. I believe that what they were talking about was changing the project and doing value engineering and cutting back on it. And as I have said, we went through an extensive value engineering process when the matter was actually before the city for referendum. And it took about 6 months and saved several $1 million, but had we had we been delayed by six months, that would have wiped out any gains that we would have made. And my feeling is, with respect to the treasurer's offer, while I appreciate it, at this time, the cost of delay and the length of time it would take to agree on a set of changes for this project would wipe out any savings that might be realized, and again, would lead to a project that was not as good, that would have been delayed, taken longer, and ultimately cost more.
Just want to clarify that. Have you spoken directly with Kate?
I have not. I've spoken with Catherine Craven about it, and we have had that discussion.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Neil Simpson from Newtown. I mean, as you know, the Public Safety Committee is considering reinstating ordinance that went out 10 or 15 years ago that would require residents to shovel their own sidewalks in front of the house. Do you think this is something that would be too much of a hassle or a burden on some residents, or do you think it's something, an important safety?
Well, I'm going to, if it comes to my desk, I'm going to take a good hard look at it. The city is committed to doing the best that it can to plow critical sidewalks using its own resources. I would certainly encourage any citizen who has frontage on a walkable street to be a good citizen and clear your walk to the greatest extent possible.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else? Seeing none, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, I'm Mayor David Cohen. Thank you.